And these guys have seen each other's blood before. They compete all the time. They train together. They're together all the time in these competitions.
Here are your top five as we are through 4 athletes in the second round. Jerry Pritchett still your leader at 974 pounds. Ronald Heinlein moves himself into 4th place with that lift of 950. And here's Martins Licis, his second attempt, 970 pounds, 4 pounds less than Pritchett lifted in round 1.
Put him ahead of Shaw and Thorne.
And 970 is good for the Dragon.
That is a personal best for him. Every point counts. So they know it's a national treasure. And the Icelanders are very proud. Talking to Anders Gudmundsson, to Peter Gudmundsson, also to Helgi Arnason. They're very proud. And Magnus Magnusson that this stone is here and this carry is being done in the strongman.
We're waiting on a score update from all the athletes as they make sure everything is being calculated correctly, and that's Martins Licis. He's the 5th athlete to take on the Husafell stone, and he is off to a very fast start.
Yes, they're all doing it the same way, straight up and down. Taking that taller purchase on the stone.
So Licis with 1 lap down, that's 101 feet.
Good foot movement. Look at his mouth. He's moving air in and out of his lungs. I called that my self-esteem engine when I was carrying stones. Breathing like a train.
And Licis, and that's been about the mark where most of the athletes have started to see their grip slip, other than Alexei Novikov.
Now notice.
But this strongman competition is definitely one of the main events. And Martins Licis is ready to go, and he will try to chase down Alexei Novikov's top mark of 113 feet.
Got a good start. Hips are low, very good leverages. He's pushing up on this implement.
Licis with a good pace.
Yes, he does. And as you saw yesterday with the Husafell stone, he's got that good rhythmic breathing, forcing air in, pulling air, forcing air into his lungs and pushing air out of his lungs.
30 seconds. He's past Pritchett. Pritchett's mark was 76 feet 9 inches.
This is where it comes down to will. What does he want to do with this implement is up to him at this point.
He's now past Brian Shaw. Shaw's mark of 95 feet. And he's creeping up on Alexei Novikov. And Martins Licis looks like he will be your new leader. And he still has some time, and he is done. But Martins Licis overtakes Alexei Novikov, and with 2 athletes to go, he has the top mark. And Martins Licis is climbing now the wheel of pain after conquering this implement. Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentations of the women.
Wow, just by a few inches. He's someone that always comes on stronger through the end of the competition.
And he gets right to work. First attempt for Licis. And he will lock it out. And now sits in a tie for second place with Brian Shaw in this event. Right to work on attempt number 2.
All right, let's go, guys, get behind him.
And Licis will hit that one and is now tied for the lead with Maciej Kieliszkowski and Mikhail Shivlikov with 2 successful reps, and he still has plenty of time.
He wants to dig down and get this 3rd rep. This would definitely separate him from the competition.
Looking to keep the pressure on Hafthor Bjornsson. Martins Licis just 6 points back of Bjornsson in the overall standings coming into this event. 1 event remains after this. 3rd attempt for the Dragon.
Quickly up to the chest.
Licis out of gas, but does tie for the best mark so far with 2 successful reps.
he has got to beat Maciej Kieliszewski's mark of 5, or at least tie it if he wants any chance to beat Hafthor.
Yes. But it would also take Hafthor, I think, pretty much not even getting it off the ground.
So Licis watching his chances sort of fade away here, but he's still going after this thing.
Off the ground pretty quickly. He had a good read on that stone. He had the hand strength to get it up. Exact same technique. Now, I remind you that he trains with Ode Haugen, and this is the Ode Haugen stone. He has seen this stone before. He has trained this stone before.
Licis with 1 good rep so far. The mark to beat in this event is 5, and that is a record. So if Licis is able to shoulder this thing 6 times, $5,000.
More importantly, he'll gain points in the competition. I think that's what he's really after.
And that is 2 for Martins Licis. And now the stone is off the stage. So this is going to be an issue, and I think that's the first time this has ever happened.
I think they're really going to probably, if there was a clock to be stopped.
Licis now is waiting. We don't know if they've stopped the clock, but you would think they would, as now basically everybody in a blue Rogue shirt, all the members of the crew are going to come out here and try to haul this thing back up to the stage. They have a net with which to do it. You see it there. And now the stone is back to where Licis can get started again.
And they're doing it quickly because they've stopped the clock. Jan Todd on the stage, Dr. Jan Todd, to say, okay, we've stopped the clock, but they want to do it quickly so that he doesn't get too much rest and it affects the event itself.
So Licis' grip now starting to slip. He has 2 good reps. Remember, the mark to beat is 5. That was done earlier by Maciej Kieliszewski, and that's a record. And Licis with that stone back to his lap, so this will be a point if he can't get any more repetitions. And that will be 2 as he got it to his torso.
He says he's done.
And it looks like Licis is calling it.
Take your time. You got another minute.
He's got another
He's
minute.
saying he is done. But they're trying to convince him to stay on. He does have plenty of time. But Licis might just feel like he doesn't have anything left in the tank. Thanking the crowd. And with that
was the final event.
Here are your final standings for the 2019 Arnold Strongman Classic. Hafthor Bjornsson with 45 points, beating Martins Licis, who finished 2nd. Maciej Kieliszewski, his best career finish thanks to that record-breaking performance in that final event, will finish in 3rd place. Hafthor Bjornsson with his 2nd straight championship, and Bill looks like he has the potential to possibly be one of the best of all time for the young man from Poland. And now in 2nd place, Martins Licis. At the beginning of the competition, Bill, you said he could be a bit of an X factor here, and he indeed was in contention until the final event and taking 2nd place.
Yes, very, very terrific. He was persistent. I think instead of being called the Dragon, he should be called the Nightmare because this guy will not go away, and he keeps coming back.
Finished tied for 1st in the Austrian Oak event. That was the 4th event, and won the Wheel of Pain.
Well, we talked about in that Santa Monica, these 2 young men were the future of strongman. Here they are in 2nd and 3rd.